You know how hard it is to keep a secret that like a huge celebrity's coming to your office and not put it all over social media? Just trying to keep a secret. I'm telling some people. You know, the thing about working out, I'm always sore until I start moving, man, but after a couple minutes of moving, it feels better. I never walk into this place like, oh, I'm so excited to be here. So they write the workout on the board in here, so like I walk in here and know immediately what I gotta do. So let's see what they got. Skin falls off of my fingers. It's very painful, so I gotta wear gloves when I work out, but it's the hand I was dealt. You know what, whether I got good days with hands or bad days with hands, I still come in here and do the work. What people don't know, I got two broke arms I be doing this shit with. This arm don't move, this wrist don't move, and this arm's broke as hell there. It looks painful because it f***ing is. Very painful, but I do the work. Always pick up at least one piece of trash, right? Hard work. Another day at the office. Today we got Fat Joe here though, but it's a secret. Just trying to keep a secret. I'm telling some people. What's up, man? What you know today?
I gotta do some training.
Yeah.
Hire somebody to.
Hey, we got Fat Joe coming up here today, so if you see him walk through, he'll be here about 11:30. If you want to casually stroll up there, you can, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Those guys, I've been stopping by there. That's Keith. Been talking to that dude every morning when we walk in here for 5 years. Great guy. You'll miss him, you know, because we're moving. And I'll never forget the first time I walked in here and saw all of this. Now we're moving on to owning our own building. It's always a dream. We rented an office here for 5 years, which is $10,000 a month. Never missed a payment, even when the pandemic happened. And I believe that's not because I have a special talent or anything like that. It's just that I just kept doing the work. I got a meeting with the sales guys at 9 on Zoom. What's up, everybody? We're talking 5 days before the end of the month. Blake, what do you got going on?
I've been transferring a shit ton of those leads from people that I've had in Messenger. I have like 400 people that I need to follow up with. So my pipeline's all good.
All right. And you, sir, I think you're the fastest person in the history of our company to hit $200,000 consistent months. That's a big deal, Blake. Congratulations, and I appreciate you, sir.
Well, thank you.
Most people, they think paying $3,000 to join a program, $10,000 to join a program, they think that's the solution. But what smart people realize is the money's the easy part, because then you got to do the fucking work to get into a network with information that requires you to take action. Same with this building. I literally spent really $7 million to go do the work, because it's not like this building just builds itself. So many people miss that part, and they think that just because they threw money at their problem, it'll go away. Money just buys you whatever it is that you need in order to do the work to solve the problem, at least in our world. So, all right, well, I will see you guys in a little while. Like I say, if you're coming here, just make sure you got your A game, your shit together, because I want us to represent what winning looks like when Joe gets here.
When's he coming in?
11:30, which he's a rapper.
Yes,
so
sir.
that might be 12:30. I don't know.
Hey, Fat Joe's on a diet. He's drinking Diet Pepsi now.
Yeah, that's why I just called him Joe.
Fat Joe to relax fit Joe.
Relax, Joe. You know what's great about that is we're laughing that he's not fat anymore. You know what I mean? Like we could be making fun of him for being fat, but we're like happy and although it is funny, it's actually.
The South Carolina tenant, we obviously know she's not functioning with common sense. This leak is originating in the bathroom upstairs.
Oh my God,
Yes, fairly confident it's been a few months.
You gotta get her out of there. That's a safety hazard.
It is.
For real. Holy shit. So here's what we do.
Plan of action.
We send a crew out there to do a $25,000, $30,000 fucking renovation, make that bitch look like it's new. We get it back rented for $1,200 a month and roll the On to the next one.
I don't know if she has the resources to get out right now if we tell her to get out.
She could die in there. She cannot stay there. But tell her, hey, we got to evict you from this. It's nothing you did. We'll give you, we're going to buy a week for you to go somewhere else. We'll give you rent money back and pay for a hotel for a week. We're going to have to demo this whole thing. Nobody's coming back in there. Holy shit, that is crazy, right? So I bought that house because I needed to spend some money on real estate to get a tax break at the end of the year. Bought it for like 30 grand in the hood. Kept it for like a year. Refinanced it. Got $55,000 loan out of it. Now it looks like I'm going to have to drop probably the initial amount that I paid for this thing into it to bring it back up to code, because I'm going to rehab the whole thing, which is probably going to cost me 30 or 40 grand to be able to do that. So that's not the worst real estate deal that I've ever done. Worst deal I ever got is I bought this house while I was in vacation in Cabo. When I walked in the house, there's a dude on the couch with a needle sticking out of his arm. There's two people smoking the glass pipe in the fucking kitchen. And I'm like, as a felon, I can't afford to get caught in that house, right? And now I own it. And these people are doing those things in there. And I'm like, oh shit. All the fucking alarms are going off, right? So I got the fuck out of there. I go gather up my boys and we go back over there a couple days later. Nobody's in the house. All right, cool. Well, that worked out. And there's drugs everywhere. There was a meth lab that blew up in the garage. This whole time, I know some of this is going on, so I had to raise my insurance premium from like a $300,000 house to like a $4 million policy in case they catch the neighbor's house or some shit on fire. We get the cops over there. We show the cops that nobody's there. Cops are about to leave, and these fuckers pull up in their minivan, and they're like, hey, what are you doing in our house? I'm like, clearly you just sold this thing to us. Like, it's not your house. These specific police officers were either lazy or incompetent because they let the people go back into the house. And this is what they said, sir, you can go in there and arrest them. The bedroom to the right there's a bunch of meth on the counter. You can clearly see it. And he's like, well, if it's your house and you were the last person in there, I'd have to arrest you. You see this toothless motherfucker? I got all my teeth. What the fuck you talking about? Back to the point. These guys refused to leave. It took us probably 6 months between going to court, and then after we got court to kick them out, they still refused to leave. Man, it was like a never ending. We had to have somebody there at all times. But as soon as we removed the crackhead, somebody from 5 houses down said, hey, we want to buy this. Can we design the house? I'm like, shit, hell yeah. That was 5 years ago. And that house is right now today easily worth $1 million. And I sold it for $550 and thought I was ripping off the people that bought it from me. So gotta love Dallas real estate. All right, looks like Fat Joe will be here in about 30 minutes.
Cartagena. Say it.
Cartagena.
Yeah.
He's Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna blame my mom's side for saying Cartagena.
As a representative for the Mexican community, I'm snatching your Mexican card, sir. You are now from the Asian community. Kenny.
Hey,
Kenny died.
He is now
Kenny.
your...
It's nice to meet you.
He goes, yeah, man, you know, I love my son, man. He's ugly, but man, he's a great guy, man. Got the biggest heart as fuck.
You got a personality. Un corazón grande.
This dude's gonna come in here, swag the fuck up.
Happy to be in Texas, man.
What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How
Welcome
you doing,
to Texas,
man?
Big dog.
Pleasure, brother.
I'm Ryan. Nice to
All right.
meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in here, man. You guys fly in private or?
I prefer commercial rather than private.
There's a commercial airlines that's like semi-private called JSX.
It's a big plane.
Yeah, real big plane. Like
You heard that? There's a private airline that's called JSX. He said it's big plane, but it's private. You ain't got to go through the security and all that
None of
stuff
that.
like that.
How much are the flights per person?
$6,900 round trip, man. So it's cheap. It's
Round trip?
Yeah, it's like commercial.
You gotta give me that information.
Yeah, I got you.
Should I pay more than that to come here?
It's a big ass jet. I'm with you. I don't like the little citations and stuff, man. A little turbulence. will
Last
get you.
week I had one.
We're glad to have you, man.
Thank you,
I
my
appreciate
brother.
you, man. It was
Appreciate you.
Great chatting with you.
You better
can
let me know about that plane, the
I got
private
you.
plane.
I got you, man.
Let me know, brother.